now 3 people have completely lost their lives. 2 people for real life was taken. And then now this guy's life is pretty much done in the system. For what? Because you thought you could pull that off. And it's just, I don't know. Is it by people saying you can do anything? Like, maybe we should be careful what we're saying that to. Like, we should be very careful in our messaging, and we should be very careful when we're being polarizing and do a lot of self-evaluation. I think 2026 should be a lot of self-reflection on how we're pushing the divide, because no matter what, if you're pushing the language, you're pushing it, doesn't matter what fucking side and extreme you're on, extreme or not, if you're pushing that and you're pushing that rhetoric, it is going to push the most vulnerable people to do the craziest shit, or the people that are having such a rough time going to substances and then acting out. Like, it's just not helping. And it's nobody has we have personal responsibility, but I also think we have another responsibility. Like, what are we contributing to the world? I know we're just all learning online etiquette. It's all new for most of us, and I'm not saying I know what it's right, but from sitting back and watching over the last decade, it just seems like you can really fall into an echo chamber and things just get crazy and you don't see other things. And it's so hard not to then emotionally react from that. Like, we're all learning how to do it, right? And all learning how to show up online. Like, so you don't want to necessarily be political. You want to, dance around some things, but you also don't want to. You want to be sure in your understanding, but then you get ripped apart. And it's like, oh my gosh, I think we just need to have grace and just to be chill and not react so much in people's comment sections, and be more curious and be more compassionate, that we're all learning and we're all coming from our own individual lenses and our own biases, and that's going to look different, so everyone's going to react different. Instead of reacting being like, oh, this person hates me because they don't have the same lens, like maybe that person just doesn't know. And sometimes when you have bad shit, it's like, I don't want people to even to know the shit that triggers me, because I don't want someone else to experience that. But yet we lash out at people because they don't understand, and they don't understand the things that bother us and what we've been through, right? So it's like having compassion that other people have not seen your experience, and maybe even educating them might not be enough, because maybe people can't understand it until they go through it, and maybe they won't and they never will, and that sucks that they won't relate. But at least that's wonderful that they don't have to go through some of that pain, right? But maybe they have completely different pain that you don't understand, so you're not seeing it from their point of view, right? That's why things aren't so black and white all the time. There's so much gray area. um Not when we're murdering people, there that is black and white. But what I'm saying, like with this specific situation, that seems to be, and yes, this conversations have happened, but it seems to be more and more, the more we have algorithms being carved and echo chambers built and extremes and tensions are rising, and we're not de-escalating it, we're just flaming it for clickbait and views and all that. I'm guilty of it too, but I definitely, like, closing out this season, have been really